Hey Pisces, happy birthday to the Pisces having a birthday this week. This is going to be labeled for the 27th of February through March 5th. We're going to see what's coming up here for the Pisces collective. This is going to be for Pisces Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we'll just see what's coming up here in the week ahead. Move you all just a little bit closer. And the first card we have coming up for Pisces is the Empress. And this is a wonderful card having to do here with oftentimes divine feminine energy. This is also a card that pops up sometimes when we might be receiving guidance or messages, specifically through our dreams, through like a grandmother or maternal figure who may have passed on. So maybe some of you may be receiving messages from maternal or matriarchal individuals from your family who've passed on, who are maybe coming through as like guardian angels or guides at this time. This is also a card that can have to do with coming into very fertile and abundant energy. This can be in a very literal sense. So for some of you, this could be something in terms of like physical fertility, conceiving a child, or creating or producing in terms of creative efforts, like if you're involved in creative projects, or you're somebody who is generating or creating for like a business that you have, then you may be coming into a prolific time or prolific period where you're really producing a lot of good stuff, a lot of good quality. But this is very high level energy, divine feminine energy. You may be stepping into your divine feminine. You may be calling in a divine feminine. Also, the Empress is associated with both Libra and Taurus. Libra is the air element of this card, and Taurus is the earth element of this card. So for me in my readings, you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus that might be very significant at this time. Or if you have a Libra or Taurus placements, there could be really big shifts or really big changes happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. The next card here is the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups, calm down. So every time this card comes up, I have to say this disclaimer. Some of you might be new here. Don't come at me with your pitchforks and torches. Relax, calm down, calm down. Please do calm down. I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot for love and romance. And so, unfortunately, the Six of Cups has gotten typecast for some reason for a lot of people of like some nightmare person coming back into your life. Now, it is true that the Six of Cups can mean somebody from the past is resurfacing or trying to reconnect with you. That is one of the meanings of the card. But even when the card comes up in this way, it doesn't mean it's going to be your worst nightmare. It doesn't mean it's some karmic person who you've banished and who you never want to see again. It could be a childhood friend. It could be a coworker that had a crush on you back in the day, but they weren't single or you weren't single. And they're like, I wonder what Pisces is doing these days. I wonder if Pisces wants to go grab a cup of coffee or get together. And maybe they're just trying to circle back and see like, hey, maybe the timing is good this time around because you may have left an impression on them. It doesn't have to be like some nightmare situation. So Six of Cups can indicate somebody from the past is trying to reconnect or reach out to you. Six of Cups is also an energy of innocence, and I find it very, very interesting that we have Six of Cups that has a childlike energy to it, innocence connection to it, inner child even to it, coming up with this maternal card of the Empress. That's very interesting. So Pisces, some of you may be kind of desiring to be mothered this week. And this could be something that you really want to take time to allow yourself to receive in some way. Maybe you're gonna, if your mother is still living, maybe you're gonna try to spend time with mom and, let yourself be mama's little baby, no matter how old you are. If you have that kind of relationship with your mother or a maternal figure. Some of you may be finding other ways to kind of mother that inner child, or feel that mothered child feeling. Maybe it's having like your favorite meal from when you were a kid. Maybe it's like, watching cartoons or things that make you feel comforted, just things that are doing that are going to like comfort your inner child or make your inner child feel comforted or soothed. Sometimes one of the ways we heal our inner child is to mother ourselves. So kind of ask yourself, like, what are some things that would make me feel mothered when I was a kid? What are some of my favorite memories when I was a kid, when I felt like, man, I really feel mothered? And maybe you didn't have that relationship with your mom when you were a kid, but maybe there was a teacher or an auntie, or someone that you knew that you were like, man, I wish that lady was my mom. Well, what did she do? What did she do that made you feel that way? And what are some things that you can do for yourself that are going to make your inner child feel that way now? This could be a really powerful part of your healing. Or I'm even hearing soul retrieval. I feel like some of you are really getting into soul retrieval, and you might be concerned about it because you're like, I don't know if I can find the right practitioner, or I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to afford an energy healer. Well, guess what? We can do soul retrieval on our own. And one of the ways for some of you Pisces in the coming week is by mothering that inner child. Okay, some of you may be manifesting motherhood, those of you who are longing for it. There could be a very literal sense here for some of you with the Empress coming up here with the Six of Cups. Some of you may realize that you've had a fascination with a person, whether it's romantic or friendship, and you haven't been able to understand why. And it could be that maybe your inner child sees this person as like a maternal figure, and that's why you've kind of been longing, or fascinated with this person. And so maybe you can find either a way to mother yourself to lose that fascination, if that's what you're desiring, or um, have a healthy relationship or dynamic with this person, so that you can receive that energy, um, without getting it confused, without getting it mixed up, without like, sometimes if we're aware of what we're looking for with somebody, we can avoid miscommunication, and we can avoid frustrations, because sometimes we try to work things out with people romantically, because we think that's what the interest is, and then we discover along the way that's not what the interest is. So that might be a confusing message for some of you, but some of you, you might need to hear that, or you might need to know that. The next card that's coming up here is the Hermit. And this could be Virgo energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Could be a very significant Virgo in your life at this time. If you have Virgo placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses, in those areas of your life. However, the Hermit card is very much, in this instance, coming up in the vibe I feel is like the leader, the leader, the teacher, the guide, like someone who's coming in as a guide. So I feel, Pisces, that some of you are manifesting some direction in your life. You're feeling lost, you're feeling like you need to be nurtured, and someone is kind of coming in and like showing you the way. For some of you, this person is showing you the way by example. You might be admiring them from a distance. You might be admiring them from afar. It could be someone on your social media that is really inspiring you. It could be someone that you're finding like a public figure, or like a guru, or somebody who is putting out content on social media that you find very healing and you find very inspiring. But I feel that a lot of you are finding a belief system, or like a method of living life that is really giving you a sense of direction and inner peace that you're incorporating into your daily practice. And you're learning to, we hear so much about loving ourselves, loving ourselves, loving ourselves. And for a lot of you, this is going to come by mothering that inner child. And then you're finding this guidance here from like this guru type person. And a lot of you are also, I feel like you're getting more clear on what your spiritual beliefs are. That is something that can be confusing to a lot of people. And when we're trying to overcome anxiety or depression or substance addictions or issues, we hear so much about how faith is such a massive part of healing and recovery, or finding balance. And that can be difficult when you're not sure what you believe. And that can be difficult if you're not sure who or what is out there. But that doesn't mean that you can't establish a sense of faith and a sense of security. And so some of you are finding what that means to you, or how you can have faith, or what you can believe in. It's not my place to tell anybody what to believe or how to believe, or what to worship or how to worship or not to worship. That is what we're all here on our journey trying to figure out for ourselves. What makes sense to us, what is true to us. In Pisces, I feel like a lot of you are making a massive breakthrough in this regard. The next card that's coming up here for the Pisces collective is the Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles traditionally can be a card that indicates financial independence, um, uh, calming and mastering anxiety, overcoming anxiety. So maybe some of you have had cycles or patterns where you've suffered because your performance in work has suffered, regardless of whether you work a 9 to 5 or you're a self-employed person. You may find that anxiety has gotten in the way of being able to be consistent in your performance and delivery, and that has altered your income. It's affected your finances negatively. Well, we talked about how you're getting anxiety under control. And so this is going to help you focus and be successful in terms of however you're bringing in income at this time. Nine of Pentacles can also be, as I said, successful self-employment. And so some of you are taking steps in that direction. But Nine of Pentacles mostly is the success is coming, whatever it is we're devoting ourselves to or focusing on. The success is coming in because we're mastering our anxiety. That is the key of it. So you're learning to master your anxiety effectively. And it's not only gonna be through a medication. And I'm not telling you not to take it. I know there's some readers or spiritual teachers who are very against that. I, for one, am not at all against that. I think, each person makes their decisions, but sometimes we need to incorporate uh practices in addition to whatever we may be doing in terms of anything that is being taken at this time. So or it could just be like finding joy, like finding joy and finding balance in this. I don't know. I said what I said. I'm gonna leave it there. um but I just feel like there's a sense of like finding peace, finding faith, finding a way to function that is allowing you to be in your joy and to feel comforted and to feel productive and to feel confident in yourself and what you're putting out there. So, for some of you, your anxiety may be coming from being greatly criticized as a child. And now you're learning to reassure that child that they're doing a good job, that what they're doing is not stupid, what they're doing is not silly, what they're doing is not a waste of time. That's a really deep message, but it is what it is, and it's what's come up here, my dears. You may want to check out your other placements. Sometimes your other placements might resonate more than your sun sign, and I will have a playlist in the description with the other videos. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. This is the last couple of days of the sale I'm having. I'm going to continue the sale prices through the 28th. So if you want to schedule a private reading with me, link in the description for that. I thank you all for watching. Take care and be well.